real world rule of money today is something that I like to call right interest, right tax. What these graphs show, even though they kind of look like, what the heck does all that say, is this is an example of what happens when we change the interest rate and then we change where the taxes are, but apply it to the exact same amount of money. So this same example in all of them, $5,000 a year, so just a little bit over $400 a month. $5,000 a year goes into a plan. Goes in for 30 years, and the tax rate that we're assuming here, combined federal and state, is 25%. So we look at this first one. If someone was to do $5,000 a year at 4% for 30 years, and their rate of return, so all the way to the left, where it says rate of return taxable, distribution taxable, $5,000 a year at 4% grows to be $245,000. I don't know if you can see that well, but down the very, very bottom left corner, the light tan one says it grows to be $245,013. And that's with the rate of return is taxable, or if you, in previous episodes of the School of Money, we call it a tax now account or a tax now bucket. So it grows to be $245,000. If we were to take an annual distribution from that of 4%, just the interest, but then we paid taxes on that, we'd be able to pull out $7,300 a year. Now, to just show the drastic difference between the two, because it's the same amount of money going in every year and the same amount of time and the same tax, it's just where's the tax, what's the interest. Let's go over this one on the right at the 8% return. And we look at the 8% return and have the rate of return tax deferred, as it says in the black bar up at the top. Rate of return tax deferred, and the distribution is non-taxable. So it's the exact opposite of the one on the far left. Rate of return taxable, distribution taxable. We get our rate of return tax deferred, no tax on the growth, and the distribution is not taxed. That same $245,000, or that same $5,000 that turned into $245,000 at an 8% return turns into $611,000. $611,000, and then our distribution is almost $49,000 a year. Just taking out interest, assuming obviously it would do 8% every year. This is just for illustration purposes, obviously. But the difference of growing money from $245,000 to $611,000, huge difference. Same money, different place. And then the distribution not being taxed goes from $7,000 a year to $49,000 a year, 7 times the distribution, yet the money only doubled. Difference in balance is doubled. Difference in distribution is 7 times. Does it matter where your money is? Is just throwing money at the bank going to be the place to go? So we look at this. At 4%, let's go back to the 4% chart really quick. If we change one thing and the rate of return, the interest that we earn is now tax deferred. We go from $245,000 to $290,000, $50,000 more dollars, just to have the right tax or wrong tax in the wrong place or right place, whatever. Just going to tax deferred. Then, because of that number being bigger, if the distribution is taxable, we do end up with a little bit more each year at $8,700 a year. If we take the rate of return tax deferred and the distribution non-taxable at 4%, it increases that income to $11,665 per year that we're able to take a distribution, take that distribution. We jump over to the 8%, $5,000, 30 years at 8%, rate of return taxable, distribution taxable. We grow our money a little bit more to $419,000, and we're able to pull out $25,000 a year, a couple $1,000 a month. The one in the middle of the 8% return, rate of return is tax deferred, so no tax on the growth. Distribution is taxable, so just changing that one thing where we go from taxable rate of return to tax deferred, we grow to $611,000, and we're able to, after tax, get $36,700. And then, of course, the last one that we went over. So this could be 6 different families exact same amount that they're putting in, $5,000 a year. They both go 30 years. They're both in the same tax bracket. One of them ends up with $600 a month from their efforts in income, $600 a month, and the other one ends up with $4,000 a month from the money that they saved. It is a massive, massive difference and speaks to the criticalness. I don't even know if that's a word. It is today because I'm the teacher. It's huge. It's huge, the difference between those two. Getting the right interest in the right place and the right tax at the right time. So that is our real world rule of money for today. Right interest, right tax, where really we could kind of boil it down to having the right plan and making sure that it's in the right place.